time value of money. Let's understand this using local examples from the UAE. So let's say you have 100 dirhams right now, and you can either spend it today, right? So this is the present value of this 100 dirhams. You can either spend it today or you can save it in the bank. And let's say the bank is offering to pay you 5%. So you can save it, and next year it will become 105. So let's call this the future value. Now, the number one thing that I want you to pick up over here is what is the mathematical relationship between present value and future value. So the present value is equal to the future value divided by 1 plus the interest rate. And 1 plus the interest rate means the interest rate is 5% right now. You can write that in decimal as well, which will be 0.05. So if I replace R by 0.05, right, and 1 plus 0.05 is basically 1.05. So if I just write over here 1.05, the future value I know is 105. The present value I know is 100. And you can see the mathematical relationship between the present value and future value, that the present value is equal to the future value divided by 1 plus R, and this is for 1 year. If this was for 2 years, right, then instead of to the power of 1, we will make it to the power of 2. Also, if you know the future value and you want to calculate the present value, all you have to do is take this part of the equation over there, which basically means that the future value is equal to the present value multiplied by 1 plus R. And if it's for 1 year, it's to the power of 1. Again, if it is for 2 years, then it will be to the power of 2, and so on and so forth. So this is the relationship between present value and future value. Now, by the way, since we are on this topic, let's talk a little bit more about where this 5% is coming, and is it possible to get a higher amount, right? I mean, since you're already compromising your consumption today and you're saving for the future, can you get more than 105, right? So first of all, where is this 5% coming from? So you're saying that you're putting your money in the bank, right? And let's say this is your 100 dirham. This is your deposit in the bank. What is the bank doing with it? Well, the bank is probably investing in government bonds, and they are probably investing in corporate bonds as well. Now, what is the difference between government bonds and corporate bonds? Government bonds are issued by the government, and corporate bonds are issued by corporations, right? Example, Imar. And the rate will be higher. So let's say if the government bond is paying 6%, Imar bond might be paying 7%, right? And the bank is paying you 5% on your deposit in terms of your saving rate. So what's in it for the bank? Obviously, the bank is earning more on the investment. They're earning 6% and they're only paying you 5%, or rather they're earning 7% on the corporate bonds and paying you 5%. So there is something called the net interest margin that the bank is earning. Now you very well could directly purchase the government bond, right? And on instead of 5, you could earn 6%. So that's one option for you. You could very well directly purchase the corporate bond, right? Imar corporate bond, which is going to give you, let's say, 7%. So you can earn a higher rate. And what's even more interesting is that you can go to the Dubai financial market, right, or Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange, and you can invest in the stocks of companies like Imar, where not only will you earn dividend instead of the interest on the bond, because obviously interest is a completely different type of income and dividend is a completely different type of income. This is related to profit and loss. And not only will you earn dividend on this stock, but if the price of this stock goes up in the market, you can earn something called capital gains as well. And these two combined are usually much more than what the corporate bond is paying you, and definitely more than what the government is paying you. But then there is higher risk as well. Government bond is safe, right? Corporate bond is riskier than the government bond, and then of course the stock will be even more risky. However, you can study the stocks and choose those stocks which are much safer than others and are much more likely to give you very good dividends and capital gains as well. And that is a majority of what we study in CFA level 1, that how do you go about analyzing and researching about these securities and then putting together a portfolio that can optimize risk and return for you.